245 Tesla Cybercabs sitting in a parking lot in Texas. Fully built, 0 passengers, 0 fares, 0 people inside. Then what about Model 2? We're still waiting and asking for it, while missing the biggest revolution right in front of them. Cybercab is the next-gen Tesla platform. The hard engineering is already solved. Frame cast in seconds, paint shop eliminated forever, interior cleaned by robots, and a real-world sub-$30,000 price tag. So, if the hard stuff is already solved, what is actually standing between the affordable Tesla and us we've been promised since 2020? Let's unravel the real plan in 10 minutes today. 1. What would be the exact price of Model 2 in 2027? Every Tesla channel on this platform has promised you the cheap Tesla is finally here. 2021, 2023, last year, every single time, nothing showed up. So why should you trust one more word of this video? Because this time, we're not chasing a rumor off X. We're doing math with paperwork Tesla was legally required to hand over to the US government. That's a different animal entirely. To start, let me take you back in October 2025. Tesla dropped the Model 3 standard at $36,990 and the Model Y standard at $39,990. The internet lost its mind. But slow down and actually look at what happened. That's not engineering. That's your barber giving you a lighter haircut for less money. Same battery pack, same 2 motors, same skeleton. They yanked the ventilated seats, the rear screen, a couple paint colors, slapped a lower price tag on it, and called it innovation. That's a shallow cut. That is nowhere close to the $25,000 Tesla Elon promised on stage at Battery Day back in 2020. And if you've been burned before, your gut already knows it. Line up every Tesla currently on the board by length. Now, here's where you need to actually pull up a piece of paper, because this is the part that changes everything. Line up every Tesla currently on the board by length, and something clicks into place that nobody's shown you yet. Model Y, 187 inches. Model 3, about 185 inches. And Reuters says that new Shanghai SUV is roughly 168 inches, nearly a foot and a half shorter than a Model Y, basically the size of a Honda CR-V after it skipped leg day. Then sitting at the very bottom, Cybercab at just 164 inches. That's a straight staircase going down, step by step, no gaps. Here's why that staircase should make your jaw drop. Price follows it almost exactly. Model Y standard, $39,990. Model 3 standard, $36,990. Step down again to that Shanghai SUV and you land right around $30,000. And we're not guessing that number out of thin air. We're about to show you exactly why. Keep stepping down to Cybercab, a robo-taxi built with 0 consumer bells and whistles, optimized purely to make Tesla money per mile instead of money per sale, and the price drops lower still. Size goes down, price goes down, right on the same staircase, step for step. Don't forget that in May, the EPA published certification paperwork on the Cybercab. Buried in that filing, a 48 kilowatt-hour battery pack. To put that in terms that actually mean something, that's smaller than the battery in some plug-in hybrid minivans your neighbor drives to Costco. 1 motor, not 2. Curb weight, 3,113 pounds. Lighter than a Honda Civic sitting in your own driveway right now. That's not a haircut. That's a completely different skeleton walking around in a Tesla badge. Then what happens when Tesla takes that exact recipe, smaller pack, 1 motor, lighter bones, and stuffs it into an actual family car? Nobody can give you an exact number right now, and any channel pretending otherwise is probably chasing clicks. What we can do is run Tesla's own proven math. Battery packs are the most expensive part of any EV, so shrinking the pack, dropping a motor, and building on a lighter frame doesn't just cut costs, it compounds the savings. That's not a guess dressed up as a fact. That's the exact playbook the federal government already signed off on for a different Tesla. And that playbook lands a whole lot closer to $30,000. Hold that thought, because we're about to talk about a machine so big Elon started laughing at his own idea live on stage, and a number that sounds completely made up until you see exactly where it came from. That number is coming up in about 2 minutes, and trust me, you're going to want to see the math behind it before you believe it. But real quick, if you want to know what's actually being built in Giga Texas before it hits your group chat as a screenshot, that's the entire job of autogearshift every single week. Hit subscribe now, because part 2 is where we nail down an actual date, and part 3 is where this gets almost too wild to believe. 2. How long until Model 2 goes into a delivery line? Pull up the drone footage Tesla fan pages were sharing this weekend, and you'll count 245 Cybercabs sitting outside Giga Texas as of July 18th. Not 5, not 50. 245 lined up in neat rows. Yet here's the surprising part. Not a single one has carried a paying rider. The robo-taxi service operating in Austin today still relies on regular Model Ys with steering wheels and safety drivers, while the purpose-built Cybercab sits parked. That contrast production racing ahead while deployment moves cautiously is exactly what gives us a release timeline worth paying attention to instead of another clickbait prediction. So walk the timeline with me, step by step. First Cybercab off the line, February 17th. Volume production kicks in around April. By June 14th, drone counts hit 102 units. By July 18th, that number rockets to 245. A 140% jump in just 5 weeks. That's real proof Tesla's unboxed manufacturing process can actually move fast on the hardware side. And your gut needs to hear this. Building a 2-seat robo-taxi for a company fleet is a completely different challenge from building a 5-seat family SUV you can finance at your local Tesla store. One depends largely on regulators approving full autonomy. The other depends on suppliers, tooling, factory, capacity, and all the slow, unglamorous bottlenecks that quietly consume months. Reuters reported that as of April 2026, Tesla was still in the early supplier outreach stage for the Shanghai SUV. Even Cybercab, Tesla's highest priority project, took well over a year to go from concept to parking lots full of finished vehicles. And Tesla's Q2 2026 earnings report still didn't include a dedicated budget line for the Shanghai SUV, showing just how early the program remained. Run that math forward, and you land on a real production window for the launch of this Model 2 in 2027. Second half of 2027 at the earliest, with 2028 being the safer bet for actually driving one off a US lot. Not coming soon, not any day now, trust me, bro. A real window, built from a timeline Tesla already lived through once with a different car in front of everyone.
3. What did Tesla actually figure out while nobody was looking?
This next part sounds like something out of a Marvel movie. At a Tesla all-hands back in early 2025, someone in the crowd basically asked Musk how fast this new manufacturing line could actually go. Musk starts riffing live off the cuff, no script.
I guess maybe we need to just get even bigger casting machines? Sure, why not? Let's 50,000 tons.
Stop on that number for a second. The biggest casting machine in operation today, the one building Cybertruck frames, tops out around 9,000 tons. Yet Musk casually talked about a machine more than 5 times larger, with a goal of producing one finished car every 5 seconds, faster than it takes to read this sentence. For perspective, Tesla's fastest casting cycles today are still closer to 1.5 minutes, so that 5-second target is nowhere near reality yet, and it's fair to be skeptical. But that same say it first, engineer it later mindset is exactly what led to the GigaPress. And today, it's no longer an idea, but a machine running on Tesla's factory floors. Don't miss a detail that deserves way more hype than it's gotten. Tesla quietly killed the paint shop. Not shrunk it, killed it, full stop. Through a process called reaction injection molding, color gets baked directly into the panel while it's still inside the mold. The part comes out already the exact color it needs to be.
No spray booth, no fumes, no multi-hour drying tunnel eating up factory floor space. Tesla says this cuts emissions on those parts by 35% and wipes out 100% of the toxic VOC fumes every other paint shop on the planet pumps into the air. Anyone who's ever gotten a $3,000 quote just to repaint a bumper after some idiot backed into you at Target knows exactly how insane that number is. Then there's the detail that feels ripped straight out of the Jetsons. Tesla's already running actual cleaning robots at its robo-taxi hubs, robotic arms that swap tips to vacuum the floor mats, grab your leftover trash, and wipe down that giant 21-inch screen with microfiber, paired with a patented UV light system that sterilizes the whole cabin between every single ride. Somewhere in Austin right now, a robot is cleaning up somebody's spilled McDonald's fries before you even finish this video. Take a second and think about it. Tesla solved the melting metal problem. They solved the paint problem. They even taught a robot to clean up your fries. One by one, the toughest engineering challenges have fallen, proving the technology is no longer the bottleneck. Yet after 6 years, the one thing people have been waiting for since 2020 still hasn't arrived: an affordable Tesla with a back seat in your own driveway. So if the technology is ready, what is Tesla choosing to build first? And why does everything else seem to reach the finish line before that car? Which do you think gets built first? Drop your thoughts below and I'll pin the most compelling take.